all of you today. I hope you're all doing well. I wanted to check in and see how all of you were feeling, whether you were happy or sad or maybe even mad. But maybe if you were mad, maybe we can change your mood by reading a story together. What do you think? I miss all of you and wish we can be together, but I wanted to share a story and talk a little bit about what we're seeing outside. If you listen really closely, let's see if you can hear. Do you hear the birds tweeting? It's spring, and spring always brings baby birds out. You can hear them tweeting in their nests, calling for their moms to feed them maybe some juicy worms. It also brings about flowers and things blooming. And I thought because it was spring, maybe we could do a series of books written by the same author. So today we're going to read the story, Click, Clack, Moo, Cows That Type. And we're going to read a few more of the stories written by the same author. This is written by Doreen Cronin, and the pictures, the illustrator is Betsy Lewin. So we're going to read a few of their stories because I think it helps remind me of spring and all of the animals that are being born and the things that are being grown. So we're going to start this series today, okay? So before we go ahead and read, let's do our finger play. Ready? Hands up high, hands down low, hands behind your back. Now, where do they go? Out comes one, out comes two. Clap hands, fold hands. Now we're through. Let's begin. Click, Clack, Moo, Cows That Type by Doreen Cronin and pictures by Betsy Lewin. Farmer Brown has a problem. His cows like to type. All day long he hears click clack, click clack, clickety clack. At first, he couldn't believe his ears. Cows that type, impossible. Click clack, click clack, clickety clack. Then he couldn't believe his eyes. Dear Farmer Brown, the barn is very cold at night. We'd like some electric blankets. Sincerely, the cows. It was bad enough the cows had found the old typewriter in the barn. Now they wanted electric blankets?
No way,
said Farmer Brown.
No electric blankets.
So the cows went on strike. They left a note on the barn door. Sorry, we're closed. No milk today.
No milk today?
Oh, cried Farmer Brown. In the background, he could hear the cows busy at work. Click, clack, click, clack, clickety clack. The next day, he got another note. Dear Farmer Brown, the hens are cold too. They'd like electric blankets. Sincerely, the cows. The cows were growing impatient with the farmer. They left a new note on the barn door. Closed. No milk, no eggs.
No eggs?
Cried Farmer Brown. In the background, he could hear them. Click, clack, click, clack, clickety clack.
Cows that type, hens on strike. Who ever heard of such a thing? How can I run a farm with no milk and no eggs?
Farmer Brown was furious. Farmer Brown got out his own typewriter.
Dear cows and hens, there will be no electric blankets. You are cows and hens. I demand milk and eggs. Sincerely, Farmer Brown.
Duck was the neutral party, so he brought the ultimatum to the cows.
The cows held an emergency meeting. All the animals gathered around the barn to snoop, but none of them could understand moo. All night long, Farmer Brown waited for an answer. The duck knocked on the door early the next morning. He handed Farmer Brown a note. "Dear Farmer Brown, we'll exchange our typewriter for electric blankets. Leave them outside the barn door and we'll send Duck over with the typewriter. Sincerely, the cows." Farmer Brown decided this was a good deal. He left the blankets next to the barn door and waited for Duck to come with the typewriter. The next morning, he got a note. "Dear Farmer Brown, the pond is quite boring. We'd like a diving board. Sincerely, the ducks." Click, clack, click, clack, clickety, clack. The end.
So, boys and girls, did you like the story? I did. It was kind of a little silly. What happened to the farmer? The cows got a hold of the farmer's typewriter. Have you guys ever seen a typewriter? A typewriter is something that we used way back when to type letters. Now mommies and daddies, and maybe even you, can make a letter by using a computer and the keyboard that's on your computer. So, but a typewriter is what we had way before computers. And they got a hold of the farmer's typewriter and started using it to type. I think it would be kind of hard to type with hooves, don't you think? We have fingers. It'd be kind of hard to type with hooves. I don't know, but they typed and they wrote a letter. What did they ask for? Do you remember? They asked for electric blankets because it was getting cold in the barn, right? And when the farmer said he wouldn't give them electric blankets, what happened? Yeah, he said no, and they said, "You're not getting any milk. We're not going to give you any milk anymore." Then, what other animal got involved? Do you remember? Yeah, the chickens, the hens, and they said they weren't going to lay eggs anymore. So no milk, no eggs. It got the farmer really upset, didn't it? So the duck came into the picture. And what did he do? Yes, they decided that if they turned over the typewriter, that Farmer Brown would give them the electric blankets. So Farmer Brown said, "Oh, that's a pretty good deal, right?" And did he give them electric blankets? Yes. Did the duck hand over the typewriter? No. Who started typing letters then? The duck. And what did he ask for? Yeah, a diving board for the pond. And did he get it? Yeah. I think the farmer was just tired of all the requests and decided to give in. What do you think? I think so too. That was a pretty good story. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll get back together and we'll read another story by this author, okay? I'll talk to you later. Bye.